What's up, guys? This is Jimmy from Off on the Homestead. Kind of just want to do a video kind of just talking about all the things that have changed on the farm. I haven't put a video up in a couple months and been super busy. Quit my town job to pursue my business. We've been just getting ready for the winter time, trying to get some stuff done. Mainly just working off the homestead, trying to do things, getting ready for winter time and winter work. So I haven't been able to do a lot here. But we did do some stuff last week. I didn't film it. I should have. We went and picked up boar pig for our pigs. We've had some chicks born randomly that we we weren't planning on. We just had a hen go broody, and we just decided to let her go. We tried to do a winter garden this fall. We planted a little late. We've been in a super bad drought. As we walk around, y'all will see how dry it is. Super dry, super, just everything's just dead. And then we just had a cold snap last night. I think it was 29 degrees it got down to. So that's just finished everything off. So food plots, garden, everything's just kind of suffering now, except for the stuff that was already planted way before all that happened. Even with irrigation, it didn't do much. So today we're just going to go walk around, talk about some stuff. Look at the boar pig, check out the pigs that we still have. We've took one pig off to the butcher, and she was processed a couple weeks ago. I'm going to be doing an independent video talking about that, just everything that went through that process. And we got 3 other pigs we're going to be doing. Then we're going to keep one and breed with the boar for next year for having our own piglets. So we're just walking around. We'll talk about that, show you all the chicks probably. Show you this massive compost pile that we created from our neighbor. We got a bunch of horse manure and stuff like that that we were able to mix in with a bunch of other products, and we're going to have our compost pile for over the winter to start for spring. Think about spring garden next year, raised beds, all that kind of stuff. There's going to be a lot more videos coming down the pipeline, so let's just walk around and talk about what we've got going on so far. All right, spun y'all around now. We're going to walk over here to the compost pile first. So the way we did it, we ended up getting a bunch of horse manure and some other wood chips, and I do lawn care, so I've had a ton of grass clippings and leaves and stuff like that. And we ended up mixing that pile up. We rented a dump trailer to haul most of it, but we got us a good pile of manure / compost. We mixed this up a couple days ago before the cold snap, and so this pile is probably 15 foot in circumference at the base and about 6 feet tall at the top. So this pile is going to be really great for us next year when we do our compost pile, for doing stuff for the flower beds and stuff like that. So here I got my burn pit. We just put all the trash from lawn care and stuff here. We burn it off. As you can tell in the video, everything is really dry, really dead. We got our first bit of rain here about, I think it was 2 days ago. First rain we've had in probably a month. So pretty much everything else is already dead, unless it was something that was well established or in the ground for a long time. Of course, the dog fennel and all the other stuff held on really well. So we're just going to do a walk around and talk about what we got. So got a Greg Judy bale and roller. I built this a few years ago at my old job. It works really well. We like taking and unrolling it if we can, or taking it out and mixing it. Right now, we got the goats. We got our 2 livestock guardian dogs. Our cow Maybelle. She's just a really big pet. And then we have Biscuit, the other cow. We separated these nannies the other day because their dad we just put back in with the established nannies. We don't want them breeding back with him. So they're in here, and they're also being weaned at the same time. So we just unroll hay and take it and fork it over to them, just because everything's been so dead here lately. Even the grass died a while back. So we've actually had to get into our hay stockpile a lot sooner than we planned. But like as you can see everything's pretty dead. We don't have a ton of grass out in the paddocks just because this was a clear cut a few years ago. So we've just been slowly trying to turn it back into pasture and move it around and move the animals on it to keep moving, trying to get the grass to grow. And it's worked out really well. We're probably about 25% grass and 75% brush and bramble, but that's way better than what we started out with. So we're just gonna keep building that process. Here's our boar holding pen. He is 100% Duroc boar. We actually bought him last week, and he's gonna be our breeder. He's a pretty good guy. His dad was close to 600 pounds. I mean, it was massive. I may overlay some pictures in just of his mom and dad later in the video. But so we built this just out of 16-foot hog cattle panels. This is something we don't typically do, but because we like to move our pigs, but with him, we really needed a more secure fence to keep him in, just because he's gonna go try to get the females when they get in the heat, and we just don't want piglets right now. So, especially since we're gonna be harvesting some of these sows. And so, as you can tell, the last video, a lot's changed out in the pig paddocks. Of course, everything's dead. The pigs have done a good job stirring everything up and moving things around. Walk over here to see the girls. So these are our 4 pigs we have left. We took the bigger pig and we have her harvested a few weeks ago. She ended up being about 250 total weight, and we got a good bit of meat back, and so we've been enjoying that. So right now our candidates for keeping is going to be this girl here, and there's one more, this one here. These 2 pigs here, this one here and this one here, have got the best body shape out of all the ones we've had. These are a little on the smaller side, a little less torpedo-like, but we like the size of her and her. And so these 2 are going to be the ones we possibly going to be picking for a breeder. And these 2 are definitely going to the butcher later, and one of these probably will too. But we've had them in this pen probably 4 days. They've just been in it, getting it stirred up. Like I said, we've been in a super drought, so the grass hasn't been growing. What grass was here, it's dead. But we're still moving them on the paddocks, and it's giving time for manure to break down and keep them pretty well clean. Like I said, the boar pigs right here. And so he's just doing his thing, and we're just trying to make him happy, get him adjusted to electric fence. He's never had electric fence before. So that was kind of a new experience for him. Just a good training pen. We're going to use that as our holding pen slash training pen slash introducing new pigs to the farm pen. So we just have a pen dedicated for holding pigs, just in case they get a little more rambunctious. But we're going to walk back to the house and go down and check out chickens where we have them. So we don't have a house dog, so a dog that stays in the yard, and so we had to move our chickens from our yard to the pen with the animals, which we prefer because we want them to be in there to scratch up manure and kick stuff around. It's really good for it to eat fly, larvae, all that kind of stuff. So we were hoping to move them anyways, and so moved them a little sooner than we planned, and we're actually going to be moving them tomorrow to a new spot in the pasture because they're in a A-frame style hutch. Here's our garden. There's okra from last year for seeds. As you see, we got some greens left. We tried to plant some other greens, and they just didn't come up real fast. And so if the frost didn't get them last night, they probably will. We got our 2 livestock guardian dogs. Good dogs. We like them both. This is Dot, Hatch. We got chickens. Got some chickens out, then we have our bees over there. So like I said, this was a clear cut a few years ago, and they keep this pretty well clean, but this is their main paddock, and we do little offshoot paddocks that go out into that area over there. Eventually we'll have permanent fencing set up, and we'll have stuff that's already permanent. We could just rotate them each day moving through. So have our nesting box here. We just have this John Siskovich chicken tractor style. I've had this for a few years, love it. We run about 30 chickens and 4 ducks out of this. And so over here we just got our pen with our female that went broody on us, and she's got 6 chicks. So she started out with about 9, we lost a couple, and we put them in here, and that's just really helped them out, keeping them, get them a little bit bigger before we let them out. with the other chickens. The other chickens are over here just being chickens. Here's our Billy goat. We let him out. He's happy to be out of his holding pen with the females and doing his thing. There's our females from last year that had the babies over in that other pen. So pretty much that's where we are. I'm gonna be trying to put some more videos out as things kind of settle down from us selling a bunch of winter maintenance packages and stuff and work. We're doing a lot of selling, trying to get winter work drummed up. But for the most part, we are going to be slowly transitioning back into making some YouTube videos. I'm going to try to make some YouTube videos, just kind of keep up with what we're doing, what we're changing on the farm, what we're upgrading, and getting ready for spring next year. So appreciate it, guys. See you on the next one.